I wanted to do a really quick video. I just got out of another Zoom meeting, so I've got this on and instead of my podcast arm. Um, because it's close to bedtime. All right. Um, anyway, I have a upcoming vlog series. I've already filmed a couple of the other parts for it on my preparations as I get ready to go attend graduation. If you have followed me for a while, you'll know that I have been working on a third master's degree, which is not necessarily something I'd recommend to everybody. Um, However, I have a very specific arsenal of knowledge that I am um, collecting, I guess you would say, acquiring. Anyway, so I did not get my second master's degree. I am a pandemic graduate. I did not get to attend graduation for that one. So I am going, and halfway through this last master's degree, I got diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. So um I sympathize with students who have that, as well as other educators. It certainly makes this career choice rather interesting. And but I'm going to be documenting what I'm doing to prepare because if that's not enough, I've developed an allergy to polyester. My cap and gown is polyester. I am also a goalie. These are not tiny shoulders. These are, muscle, muscle shoulders. Um, and I I had a Michael Kors short shirt that I bought new with tags on at the Macklemore Goodwill in Seattle several years ago that I had to get rid of because it was my shoulders. It was became too narrow. So it's not just like I could go out and buy a blouse that's 100% cotton. I have to make sure it's going to fit my body and it's not going to be too tight in the shoulders. And then there's let me pull part of my sweater off here. My biceps, if you can see that. That's like pretty darn hard there. Um, I've lost some weight recently, and so it doesn't look quite as defined as it has the last several months. Anyway, um, there's several issues like that. Like, is it big enough in the biceps to fit around, to fit me? Um, Fortunately, this only seems to be affecting the top half of my body. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't know what I'd do without my leggings. But um, this is really going to challenge my sequencing issues because that's how my anxiety presents itself. I used to be able to keep a running list of a dozen things in my head and just knock stuff out all day and not have any of it drop off. I cannot do that anymore, unfortunately, for about a year now. And I'm working to regain that. I am not going to take it lying down. I do not want to accept that as my new normal. So like I've got my collar piece here for, let me see if I can pull it off behind me. Whoops, that's not part of it. But here's here's the blouse that I'm making. I'm wearing the Seminole skirt that I had made for meeting the chief of the Cherokee Nation a couple of years ago. We have an annual picnic here every August that he comes to. And I also wore that to my dad's funeral last March. So I decided that's how I'm going to connect my dad with my graduation, since he passed before I finished my degree. And I'm going to wear that. But I have to have a blouse, long sleeve, and it's got to be a button top because you got to connect your hood to it. So you can look forward to that if that interests you. And I will be doing, no, I said this like 3 weeks ago. I do have another video in the works on some changes that are coming up. I am not doing a membership here on YouTube. I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. I have another place that I am going to do that. That's going to be a safe place for people to ask questions behind a small paywall, but it will not be publicly accessible. And if you need to ask questions to help you navigate what's going on with your administration at your institutional location, this is going to be the place for you. But I am going to wrap this video up for right now. And I'm going to look at my cheat sheet here. I forgot to turn the captions on. I apologize for that. I'll try to fix that. Probably I'm probably not going to get on that until after I come back from graduation. Let's be honest. And so I'm just going to end with, happy teaching. Hang in there. We are all going to be okay. All right. See you in the next one.